narrow down your search on what part is leaking, watch our video, Leaking Inflatable Boats, Finding the Leak. Once you've narrowed your leak down to the valve, watch our video, Leaking Inflatable Boats, How to Fix Leaking Valves. If the inside components are leaking and cleaning the inside of the valve does not fix the problem, then it is time to rebuild or replace the valve. In this video, we are rebuilding a Leafield C7 valve in a Thort seat air cell. The process is exactly the same for rebuilding the D7 valve. However, the component kits are slightly different for each. Depending on which one you have, make sure to use the correct component kit for the valve that you have. Start by removing the male portion of the valve using the C7 D7 valve wrench provided in the repair kit. This is easiest with the air cell inflated to break the seal. Once it is loose, you can deflate the air chamber and hold the base of the valve for easy removal. Do not use pliers or anything rigid to hold the base of the valve because this can tear the material and damage the air cell. The base of the valve is sealed within the air cell and will be reused for the rebuild. If you're replacing the C7 valve with a new one instead of rebuilding it, at this point, wrap the threads in thread tape. Line up the base of the air cell and install the male end of the new valve. Hand tighten, inflate, then tighten again with your valve wrench, and spray with soapy water to check for leaks. Tighten the valve again if needed. For the rebuild, once you have the male portion removed, press the stem in and turn counterclockwise to lock in the open position. Turn it upside down, then using a pair of pliers, peel off the diaphragm from the valve stem and the stem and spring will come out. With your new components, place the spring over the valve stem and insert the stem into the valve. Press down and turn to lock in the open position. Flip it upside down, hold the diaphragm at an angle and gently work it onto the end of the valve stem. Once it is in place, test the valve stem by opening and closing it a couple times. Line up the valve in the air cell. The C7 has a plastic seal that should be installed with grooves down against the boat between the male and female valve pieces. The D7 does not have or need this piece for installation. Line up the valve in the air cell, screw the valve back in place, hand tighten, inflate, then tighten again with your valve wrench, and spray with soapy water to check for leaks. Tighten the valve again if needed. We have all the valves and rebuild kits available on our website, and if you have any other questions, feel free to give us a call. We're happy to help.